I was born downtown, in our capital. When I recall my homeland, my thoughts are filled with the sights and sounds of the city. But home means something different to each and every one of us. Therefore, I've decided to visit every place where our citizens call home. The Kingdom of Erusia is a land of diversity. Each region has its own unique and special culture.
The destruction of one of their arsenal birds has significantly reduced the scale of Erusia's air defense network. Ocean forces have moved into the areas where we gained air superiority and freed over half of the Eusian continent. However, Erusia is feeling the pressure and is reacting by attempting to activate the ballistic missile base in the suburbs of Sierra Plata. For the past 72 hours, they've put the resources and people into action and have already entered the final stages of a launch. The missile silo is deep underground. To destroy it, we'll need a bomber to drop a huge deep penetration bomb in a precise place. Unfortunately, that airspace is thick with clouds at the moment, so it'll be difficult for a bomber to hit the target accurately. Normally, we'd wait for the weather to clear, but with the situation being what it is, we don't have that option. So, we will be the bomber's eyes and find the missile silo. You'll all be equipped with targeting pods instead of special weapons. We need you to fly at low altitude, visually identify which silo they're activating, then acquire it with your targeting pod. Once you press the firing switch, the bombers will drop their payload based on the location data provided by the targeting pod. You will need to keep the silo in the center of your sight until the bomb hits its target, or else it will miss entirely. It takes a high level of airmanship to properly guide these bombs to their targets while flying in place. Naturally, we assume the enemy has positioned anti-air artillery and aircraft in the area of operations, so stay alert. Additionally, we suffered human and material losses in the last battle. The Cyclops Squadron will sit this one out. Trigger, it's up to you to make this work with just Strider Squadron.
Strider Squadron, sortie ASAP.
Erusia only has 5 IRBM silos in total. Therefore, the enemy's made a number of fake silos to try and throw our bombers off the scent.
Did you say fake?
They're painted to look like the real thing from the sky. You can't tell the difference.
It's the wing of that LRSSG that brought down that arsenal bird. We got the boss. And it's the terminal guidance.
In order to use the targeting pods, you'll need to change weapons first. Try to align the missile silo with the circle in the center of your HUD. When you're lined up, hit the firing switch and the bomb will drop. You're gonna need to keep the silo aligned until the bomb hits. Keep the targeting pod trained on that silo until the payload is delivered.
The bunker buster hit its mark. Time for fireworks.
Destruction of first missile silo confirmed.
The IRBM is aimed at the Ocean garrison. Soldiers' lives are at stake. We have no time.
They completely lost it. You can bet on it.
Let's end this match.
Dropping another bunker buster will take some time. Aim carefully. The enemy set up anti-air weapons in multiple locations.
We need to work together to take them down.
Missile launched. Strider 1, target destroyed.
Hostile has a lock.
Trigger, the bomb has been dropped.
That was a mistake. No structures visible.
Target acquired.
This is Gram 7. Attack failed.
Warning, enemy has a bead on you. Target is down.
Hopefully the decoys will work. Those decoys look just like the real thing. They won't be able to tell.
Bunker buster away.
Look, there's fire shooting up from the ground.
Missile silo destroyed. That makes 2. No launch signs yet.
We might be able to pull this off. Let's keep it up and get the rest of these silos.
Destroyed.
This is a serious mission. Was it Wiseman who gave Strider 2 a count? Formation changes every mission.
Vehicle eliminated.
I'm sure he has a reason for it. I'll believe that when I see it. I'm just glad he won't be there to chew my ear off.
Picking up an enemy squadron. It must be the reinforcements they called in. They don't appear to be going after our bomber. Take them out if they interfere with our mission.
They have a lock on me. We did it. That takes care of that. Nice work. Strider 1, enemy behind you. Evading enemy missile. I don't know what these guys have to accomplish, but happy to have them. Watch your stick, shake him off. Enemy's got a lock on me. Gotta break it, break it.
Strider 1, Fox 2. Target is hit.
Strider 1, we have the coordinates. Firing the bunker buster. All right. Now let's take out those remaining silos.
Missile silo destroyed.
Where do we look next? Ah, the sky feels open and free today. As a Cyclops, I felt like a bird in a cage. Once this mission's over, I guess we'll be back under the company commander's thumb again. Ah, what a pain in the ass.
Missile, evade.
Bunker buster away.
Where's the explosion? Looks like this wasn't one of the real silos.
Target acquired. Strider 1, tank destroyed. 5 minutes remaining. Missile hit. All enemy aircraft confirmed destroyed.
Do we have time for the silos?
Target is in range of guns. AA gun confirmed destroyed.
Enemy has a lock. Evade!
Trigger, the bomb has been dropped.
Where's the real silo?
Missile is closing. Strider 1, break!
Strider 1, we have the coordinates. Firing the bunker buster.
Hit, but it was off the mark. Let's give him another.
Warhead should be exposed. Standard weaponry will suffice.
Strider 1,
Take your
missile
pick.
launched. Hit. Target destroyed.
The fewer there are, the harder they are to find. Good luck.
There's only one silo remaining.
I'm like a wolf that's been let off its leash. These guys won't know what hit him. I thought you were a bird free from its cage.
Bunker buster away.
Get the AA gun!
Target is down. All missile silos have been destroyed.
Wait, what the hell is that?
Alert! We've detected an IRBM launch. Confirmed signature on our radar. Launch site is this dam.
Not from the silos?
They certainly hit it well. We still have a chance. Shoot it down before it reaches critical altitude.
Breaking hostile lock. Strider 1, missile inbound. Enemy is split.
Confirmed signature on our radar. Warning, we confirm another launch. Take it out.
Strider 1, you've got their attention. I've got a sitting duck here. Bandit sighted.
Missile launched.
Missile incoming. Break.
New hostiles. All aircraft confirmed. Additional launch confirmed.
Incoming. Bandit has a lock. Fox 2. Missile incoming. Break. I'm in position. He's mine.
All of the missiles have been destroyed.
I was cutting it pretty close. I was starting to get a little nervous.
You're telling me. You had us sweating up here. There wasn't even anything we could do about it. Glad we were partnered with you on this operation.
That went about as expected. Be sure to include in the report how much ass I kicked while off the company commander's leash. Roger that, and I'll be sure to include all the crap you said about Wiseman, too.
Arusia only has...
We have successfully prevented an enemy ballistic missile attack. With the loss of an arsenal bird, followed by the destruction of their ballistic missile base, Erussia is running out of ways to counter. This is a great opportunity for the Osean army to bolster our power to eventually take down the Erusian capital of Farbanti. The special long-range strategy is entering its final phase. Our objective is to attack and capture the Erusian Air Force Base in Cape Rainy in northern Erusia. This important base is at the forefront of our strategy to establish control of Farbanti. Under the cover of night, our plan is that all squadrons will invade from the valley to the south and mount an air assault on the area. The enemy's observation field has eyes on the skies above the valley, so your altitude will need to be restricted. If you go over a certain altitude, the enemy could spot you, ending the mission in failure. Keep that in mind. Once you arrive, you are to take out the enemy's air defense forces as soon as possible and prepare for the support squadrons. When the air defense forces are neutralized, the helicopter squadron should arrive carrying Marines. The plan is to take control of the base. Getting through the valley is only half the job.
Strider Squadron, aircraft prep complete. You're cleared to taxi.
Beginning nighttime aerial refueling process. Be careful of reduced visibility.
Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1. No weapons until you reach the enemy base. All aircraft, reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions from here on out. Keep altitude below 1,900 feet. Good. Maintain your current course.
Searchlight up ahead. Watch for it.
Stay out of their sight.
Strider, Assless 1. Our current ETA matches yours. Catch them off guard. Can we secure the LZ quickly?
We'll get you down safe. I'm worried you're short on men.
Everyone here's already signed their wills.
That ain't funny.
Never was good at jokes. Okay, follow you in. Good luck.
Understood. Strider 1, you've passed through waypoint 2. The valley's about to get narrower. Be careful.
Caution, pull up. Caution, pull up. Caution. Caution, pull up. Caution, caution.
When can we take on the final mission? I'm starting to get tired of all this.
This is the last step, Count. We'll take the enemy base and use it as a bridgehead.
Watch yourselves out there. We're going to need all of you in Farbanti.
Pull up.
Without Wiseman here, everybody wants to give orders like they're the company commander himself. And the best thing about Strider Squadron is that our leader keeps his mouth shut.
Pull up. Caution, pull up. Caution, caution. Caution.
Watch your speed.
Caution, pull up. Caution, pull up.
You've passed waypoint 3. You're coming up on the base, imposing radio silence.
Pull up.
We won't be able to talk again until you're over the base. Continue to keep an eye on your altitude. There are plenty of dark spots that can sneak up on you.
Pull up. Caution, 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 pull up. Caution. Caution, pull up. Caution, pull up. Caution, pull up. Caution,
detected. We've lost the element of surprise.
Beginning nighttime area.
Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1. No weapons until you reach the enemy base. All aircraft, reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions from here on out. Keep altitude below 1,900 feet. Good. Maintain your current course.
Searchlight up ahead. Watch for it.
Stay out of their sight.
Strider, Assless 1. Our current ETA matches yours. Catch them off guard. Can we secure the LZ quickly?
We'll get you down safe. I'm worried you're short on men.
Everyone here's already signed their wills.
That ain't funny.
Never was good at jokes. Okay, before we win. Good luck.
Understood. Strider 1, you've passed through waypoint 2. The valley's about to get narrower. Be careful.
Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up.
When can we take on the final mission? I'm starting to get tired of all this.
Pull up.
This is the last step, Count. We'll take the enemy base and use it as a bridgehead.
Watch yourselves out there. We're going to need all of you in Farbanti.
Caution. Pull up.
Without Wiseman here, everybody wants to give orders like they're the company commander himself.
Pull up.
And the best thing about Strider Squadron is that our leader keeps his mouth shut.
Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up.
Watch your speed.
Spotted enemy aircraft in the valley headed for the base.
We've been detected. We've lost the element of surprise.
Strider 1 is down.
Beginning nighttime area.
Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1. No weapons until you reach the enemy base. All aircraft, reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions from here on out.
Caution. Pull up.
Keep altitude below 1,900 feet.
Caution. Pull up.
Good. Maintain your current course.
Searchlight up ahead. Watch for it.
Pull up.
Stay out of their sight.
Caution. Caution.
Strider, Assless 1. Our current ETA matches yours. Catch them off guard. Can we secure the LZ quickly?
We'll get you down safe. I'm worried you're short on men.
Everyone here's already signed their wills.
Caution.
That ain't funny.
Never was good at jokes. Okay, before we win. Good luck.
Caution.
Understood. Strider 1, you've passed through waypoint 2. The valley's about to get narrower. Be careful.
Spotted enemy
Detected. We've lost the element of surprise.
Schwieger's down.
Beginning nighttime area.
Strider 1, you have passed through waypoint 1. No weapons until you reach the enemy base. All aircraft, reduce altitude. We have altitude restrictions from here on out.
Caution. Pull up. Pull up.
Keep altitude below 1,900 feet.
Caution. Pull up.
Good. Maintain your current course.
Caution. Pull up. Caution.
Searchlight up ahead. Watch for it.
Caution. Pull up.
Stay out of their sight.
Caution.
Strider, Assless 1. Our current ETA matches yours. Catch them off guard. Can we secure the LZ quickly?
We'll get you down safe. I'm worried you're short on men.
Caution. Pull up.
Everyone here's already signed their wills.
Caution.
That ain't funny.
Never was good at jokes. Okay, before we win. Good luck.
Understood.
Caution. Pull up.
Strider 1, you've passed through waypoint 2.
Pull up.
The valley's about to get narrower. Be careful.
Caution. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution.
When can we take on the final mission? I'm starting to get tired of all this.
Caution.
This is the last step, Count. We'll take the enemy base and use it as a bridgehead.
Watch yourselves out there. We're going to need all of you in for a bounty. Without Wiseman here, everybody wants to give orders like they're the company commander himself. And the best thing about Strider Squadron is that our leader keeps his mouth shut.
Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up.
Watch your speed.
Pull up. Caution. Caution. Pull up. Caution.
You've passed waypoint 3. You're coming up on the base, imposing radio silence. We won't be able to talk again until you're over the base. Continue to keep an eye on your altitude. There are plenty of dark spots that can sneak up on you.
Caution. Pull up. 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 Caution. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Pull up. Caution. Caution. Pull up.
You just passed through waypoint 4. Radio silence has been lifted. You're almost at the base.
We made it. That was quite the roller coaster ride.
Visual confirmation on the airbase. Reach destination.
Commence the attack. It's time for their wake-up call. The longer it takes, the worse off we'll be. Hurry up. Finish them off.
All right, let's give them a beating.
Caution.
Enemies are attacking! Where the hell did they come from? Fire up the searchlights! I can't see where the enemies are coming from! Get you now!
It looks like the enemy's air defenses are online. I guess they finally decided to wake up. Keep up the attack. The sooner we finish this thing, the better.
They took out our leader's bird. Hurry or they'll roast us on the ground.
Caution.
Strider 1, target destroyed.
This is National Squad. Arrived at the airfield. Landing down.
Roger that. If the enemy is still present in large numbers when our ground forces arrive, the mission will be a failure. Go help our allies.
Be quick. We're on time when Vegas is free. Your jokes haven't gotten any better.
Missile inbound! Missile inbound!
Trust your allies and keep moving. This base is ours for the taking. Wait the base, Commander! What are you waiting for?
Vehicle confirmed destroyed. Okay, that takes care of all the SAM sites.
That's the last of our anti-air guns. They've all been taken out.
We've engaged the enemy reinforcement. Requesting immediate close air support.
Copy that. We'll send some your way.
Pizza guy's in trouble. Let's help him out.
It's all right. Those two OG and big shots will take care of them for us.
Target eliminated. Great work.
Okay, that attack just took out the enemies on the front line. The way ahead is cleared up. Have our thanks.
Give me a damage report. We've suffered heavy losses. This is more than a surprise attack.
All enemy fighters down.
I feel their pain, I really do. But this is war.
Picking up an enemy squadron. It must be the reinforcements they called in.
We've confirmed at least one leader. It's the one with the 3 scratches.
Target acquired. We still got 3 enemy fighters left. It's not over yet.
Emergency! See the enemy reinforcements? They're stopping us! We can't do anything about their air power. We need support.
2 remaining.
Missile.
That bandit is still on your back.
1 last enemy fighter.
Missile.
Ambush, stay calm. Reform the ranks. Lancaster, requesting close air support.
Strider Squadron, enemy reinforcements. Get some goddamn support there now.
The enemy numbers are small. Don't give in. Fight until the very end.
That's it. If we take out those two, we can force our way inside the facility.
Target's destruction confirmed. That air support was right on the money.
Pushing the enemy on their heels.
Okay, start running on the count of 3.
We're under attack. Lead the enemy aircraft to the LRSFC.
Great. I get to finally send my boys in to ring the doorbell. There's still quite a few enemies holed up in there. However, we can't afford to wait any longer. Begin the assault. If anyone resists, kill them. Contact! 2 o'clock! Go! Go! Fire!
Car, tear down that barricade.
How'd it go? This is Basilisk 1. The base is ours. We have control of all major functions.
Glad the pizza was on time. Whew. Roger that, Basilisk 1. Mission accomplished.
All prisoners of war will be treated in accordance with international law. We've even brought pizza.
Looks like they can shred those wills.
I'm already getting an earful from the men over the needless paperwork.
No joke.
Okay, go ahead and begin your approach. We'll do the flight control.
Roger that.
Strider 1, this is Basilisk. The runway is clear. You have permission to land.
Excellent work on the night raid. Submarines have arrived from the Ocean mainland and are refueling.
Mihai's second sortie was designed to calculate how his physiology changed under the stress of combat. My job was to compare his performance as a pilot now to when he was younger and understand how his skills evolved. To tell you the truth, I'm not sure I wanted to know the answers anymore. For a man his age, Mihai's body was unbelievably resilient, remarkably flexible. His reflexes were as sharp as they ever were. Still, after all those years of flying in the outer layers of the atmosphere, even someone as strong as Mihai wasn't immune to the effects of the strain. The human body is fragile. It was not meant to handle the excessive amounts of radiation that constantly bombarded the stratosphere. For Mihai's second sortie, we used a flight suit that was still untested. He seemed fine on takeoff, but by the time he landed back at the base, it was clearly a mess. He got caught in a surprise dogfight with an especially stubborn enemy. It took a while for Mihai to bring him down.
Suspend mission.
The suit was ineffective. According to the data, it wouldn't let him fly to his full potential. A new flight suit was made to my exact specifications. When it finally arrived, Mihai's granddaughters glared at me with their disapproval. They blamed me for the pain their grandfather had to keep enduring. But Mihai remained stoic. He wasn't the type of man who cared about anything that happened here on the ground. I wasn't worried about it. I was confident the new suit would protect him thoroughly so that he could maneuver his plane any way he wanted. The moment he took off in his new flight suit, I realized what I had failed to before. Right after takeoff, as the wheels retracted, the plane suddenly arced up. It It accelerated so quickly. I had never seen a plane move like that before. Mihai hit the high G's multiple times before disappearing into the blue. The support team couldn't even keep up. And then I knew. I understood why he never seemed to care about restoring his stolen country back to its former glory, and why he didn't seem to care about anything that happened here on the ground. Of course, Mihai's kingdom was the sky.
The operation to capture Erusia's capital, Farbanti, is beginning. This is the culmination of our work. We need to capture the Erusian forces' general headquarters in the south of Farbanti and end this war. The plan is for ground troops to attack Farbanti from both the east and north, and a task fleet will attack from the southwest. We will secure air superiority over the capital, while providing air support for our allies on the ground and in the water as required. By all accounts, we expect this to be an intense, full-scale battle across land, sea, and air. Should you need to replenish your ammunition or make necessary repairs to your craft, a return line has been set up in the north. During this operation, we will also be tasked with having to destroy the communications satellites that Erusia hacked. If we take down the information communication system we believe they have control over, it should plunge Erusia into chaos. Once the capital falls, the Erusian military will be isolated and thrown into chaos, making it easier for us to end the war. However, that can't happen until after the capital falls, so you guys are the stars of this battle. Erusia will fight like a tiger, but we cannot lose. We must seize the capital and end this war.
Strider Squadron, proceed to runway. Sortie ASAP.
Our troops have engaged at Farbanti Reconstruction Park, Silver Bridge, and the submerged area. We need you to help our boys in those 3 locations. This'll end the war. It's time. Commence the operation. Our friends are waiting.
Lately, as your company commander, I felt some of you young bucks coming after my championship belt. You're really putting the pressure on me. So I think I'm gonna go out there and run up the score a little bit. Just to show you guys how it's done. I trust I can count on all you to keep up. Let's get out there, take care of business, come back in one piece.
Our ground forces are now moving to capture Farbanti Reconstruction Park. They're already engaged with the enemy. It seems the enemy was fast to detect them. They could use some air support.
Our air support has stopped the enemy. Advance on the hospital!
Strider 1, return line is to the north. Head that way if you need to refuel. Good luck, everyone.
Half the enemy's already down. That LR SSG's really something.
Strider 1, missile
Count is back in the saddle as Cyclops 2. It's good to be flying with you again, partner.
Just got that much. Shoot. No, it's real funny.
Roger. The park will be secured. The OTS big shot cleared the way.
I know the feeling.
I spotted it. Time to shoot that bastard out of the sky. Bandit acquired. Initiating attack.
Missile. Missile.
Target acquired. Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
Missile.
HQ, we're falling back. We don't stand a chance against their air support.
Hold your ground.
Enemy backup inbound. Forces are heading for 2 separate combat zones. We need to split our forces in 2 and meet both threats at once.
Trigger, head for either area. Cyclops will take care of the other one.
Roger. Watch that bandit.
Fox 2. Breaking lock. Evading.
This one's wide open.
Forward and keep your eyes on the enemy.
Strider 3, Fox 2.
Enemy missile chasing me. Strider 1, break! Break!
Strider 1, locked on target.
If you let them through, we're as good as dead.
Strider 1, AA gun destroyed.
The missile got through our ECM. Shoot it!
Hold them! Don't let them...
Okay, Trigger. The submerged area is all yours. We'll deal with the other threat.
Let's go. Lucian. Roger.
Keep sending the enemy forces to their watery graves. Targeting gun range.
3 strikes is overhead. Pretty luck now on our side.
Vessel confirmed sunk.
We've lost 30% of our fleet. It's going to be difficult to complete our mission given these circumstances.
The enemy is desperately trying to stop our advance. This is going to be tougher than we thought.
Fox 2. Everyone's requesting backup. They'll take forever to get here.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Check that bandit behind you.
The enemy doesn't have much in the way of proper ship. We should try changing up our attack strategy. Thanks to our air support, victory is within sight. Let's turn the remaining enemies into shark bait.
This one's mine. Attacking. Steer clear of the sunken Allied ship. Just how many did we lose? Enemy missile chasing me. Damn it, 3 strikes is back.
Enemy has a lock on you.
What do you mean, retreat? The enemy has sealed off the harbor, preventing us from landing.
Target acquired. Enemy reinforcements on radar. Take them out.
Hostile forces moving near enemy HQ. We don't have enough units to hold them.
Split up. The longer this drags on, the greater our losses.
Roger that.
Focus on the enemies in front of you.
Maintain course if you want to go back to resupply.
We need that bridge to establish our position there.
Strider 1, this is... Strider 1, this is...
They must be exhausted after what they've been through. So let's hurry up and finish the job.
Acquired.
That area's all yours, Strider. Back up one squadron at the Silver Bridge.
Everybody's been shut down. Fox 2, Fox 2. Bandit has fired a missile at me.
Strider 1, missile launched.
Bandit acquired. The enemy has lit up. Hopefully it stays that way for a while. Enemy's locked on, breaking. We've got flies bumping around our heads. Don't take your eyes off them.
Strider 1, break!
Steaming lock. Breaking.
Vehicle confirmed destroyed.
Bandit has fired a missile at me.
In gun range. Target eliminated.
Our forces are neutralized. The enemy's striking back with everything they've got.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Whether it was Strider or Cyclops, it looks like he did a real number on the enemy.
Our tanks and combat vehicles are knocked out. They mostly fall into the enemy's air support.
Your air support considerably weakened organized resistance from the Erusian army. Operation nearly complete. Just need to see it through.
Understood.
Understood. All right.
Understood. Understood. Understood.
Got these guys. Longcaster, this is Mace 1. We'll handle the rest.
All aircraft, move on to assist other units.
Thanks, LRSSG. We'll take it from here.
Locked on Bandit.
The enemy is worn out. This is our chance.
Check your six. You've got a
You
bandit.
did really well out there, which is sure to bring an end to the war. You'll be heroes.
Don't know what medals they've got for you, but if you want one, come back in one piece.
Fatigue is starting to set in. Maintain your composure. We're almost through this.
Target acquired.
Let's teach a lesson to those arrogant OCM bastards. We need more air support.
Target
We can't hold the bridge much longer without it. Fall back 900 yards. Three strikes here. Break! Break!
Call reinforcements! Damn it! Should have known it sooner! This is the sword. They're on small boats hiding in the ruins. Take them out.
Locked on. Go down.
Strider 1, enemy is locked on.
It's no use! We have to retreat!
No use.
We've spotted enemy backup. Check your radars.
Copy.
Trigger. It's about time we finished up here and helped other allies in trouble.
We don't need to try and target every enemy. Just keep your focus. Take one down and move on to the next.
Locked on, you're fine.
Let me slide in on that tail.
This is Phase 1. The Bungie reconstruction part is under our control. Now, on to the enemy headquarters. Hey, they're the wrong place. Give them away.
On my target's tail.
5 minutes remaining. Target acquired.
Strider 1, missile closing. Evade.
The enemy is showing signs of fatigue. Seal the final blow.
Strider 2, Fox 2.
There's no way we're pulling back now. If they think our headquarters were finished.
Steaming lock. Breaking.
This, target still active.
Locked on Bandit. Strider 3, Fox 2.
Strider 1, Fox 2.
I'm behind my target. No reinforcements.
reinforcements coming. Your fleet was destroyed back at base by the enemy fleet. There's just too many of them! Eject!
Hostile has a lock.
Ready, I'm locked on.
Locked on bandit.
Enemy has a lock on you, Strider 1. Missile launched, evade!
Missile 1, lock 2.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Do not let them through!
Enemy on your back.
You're mine!
Attack missed.
Bandit my side!
3 minutes remaining. Strider 1, Fox 3.
One bandit back. You guys ever talk about anything other than tree strikes?
Strider 1, missile launched.
They're after me. I need cover.
This one's wide open.
We need that bridge to establish our position. Give those ground troops all support they need. It's spiked, breaking away.
These damn enemy air support. They're the ones who turn the tide.
Target acquired. Target eliminated. Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you. Special weaponry depleted.
Locked on bandit.
2 minutes remaining.
Ship building! Evading missile.
Check that bandit behind you.
The enemy's about to overrun our position. Tighten up the defenses immediately.
Chaffin flares are depleted.
We must show a resolve.
Maintain course to return for resupply.
Strider 1, this is control. Strider 1, this is control.
Time to attack!
1 minute remaining.
Missile 1, Fox 2.
Strider 1, locked on target.
Target is down.
The battle conditions are changing constantly. I don't like it one bit.
Hostile lock on you, Strider 1. 30 seconds remaining. Missile away.
Eject! Don't let them through! I want to see badass and three strikes. Backup is coming! Backup is defused! We lost a friendly.
All aircraft, listen carefully. This is Lancaster. We have the upper hand. The enemy headquarters is almost ours. Operation to eliminate all enemy satellites also underway. All going according to plan. The end of the war is in sight. Think of something you'd like to eat, guys? Because I'm buying.
Roger that.
Man, don't jinx us.
Ah, you're right. New bogies. No, 5 Su-30s inbound.
It's Mr. Rex.
What's going on here? I don't believe it. We've just lost ship 3 and 4. We're taking heavy damage. It's like this monster is toying with us out there. We've got to do something.
LRSSG, we have an emergency order from Mission Command. Bring down Mr. X. I know it's a tall order, but HQ wouldn't ask if they didn't have faith in you.
There they are. It's the snowbirds. The 2 leaders are at a different level. But don't underestimate the rest of them either. This should prove to be fun. What do you mean? It's just like you say, the enemy has experienced fighters in their midst.
Ship 5 is hit. Sorry, I gotta bail out.
2 or more on each target. You did well.
I see they've still got a full pilot.
I'm on his back.
One ship is sunk. Single fighter coming back around.
Don't let Mr. X run wild. Friendlies are suffering heavy damage.
Cyclops 2, Box 2.
I have a lock.
Why didn't that hit?
Fox 3. Missile hit.
Not bad. As good as Wood says. Although their teamwork is somewhat lacking.
Mr. X is eating through the Ocean forces.
No. Who are these guys?
Seymour, your plane is headed. Eject. Forgive me. Good luck. Taking fire.
Sunk soon after. That's the last we heard from them.
Not long before our forces are routed. Enemies got locked. Even the escorts are seasoned.
Hostiles were destroyed. Scratch the last escort.
We need to be extra careful if we want to split up the 2 others. Eject while you can still talk.
Call in our air support ASAP. Yes, I'm talking about them.
Cyclops, Strider, stop Mr. X.
Enemy has a lock on me. Evaded.
This is Cyclops 3. I've been hit. I gotta eject.
Cyclops 3 is bailed out safely. Don't worry, somebody's gonna make it. Listen, Trigger, real talk. If we keep this up, someone's not going home. I'll act as a lure. Meanwhile, you shoot down Mr. X.
What?
All right, he grabbed the bait. Time to take him for a ride.
Strider 1, missile away.
Man, this is one stubborn bastard. He's on my tail, but he won't fire. Waiting for the perfect shot, eh? Sorry, stranger, but my boys won't let you have it.
Target is hit.
Nice flying. Give him one more.
Enough with your air show, Wiseman. You're pushing it.
Oh, Cal, that's sweet. I never knew you cared. You're all grown up. I'll even let the wisecrack slide.
Hey, I'm being serious here.
You're quite the entertainer, but the show's over with this next shot. Wasn't a bad pilot.
Wiseman, missile closing!
I'll keep him on me. Just a bit longer.
Shit. Cyclops 1 is down.
Cyclops Wiseman.
Eject already, Wiseman!
I'm sorry, Count. His plane exploded.
Wiseman, stay strong. We're not done here. Cyclops 2, you've got the lead. Wiseman! Shit! Negative, Cyclops 2, you're the lead. I can't do it. Trigger should take command. The duty is yours. That's impossible. Do it. Damn it. Cyclops 4, form an element. We need our top gun if we're gonna take out that bastard.
Wilco count.
You're holding your own out.
Strider 1, missile launched. Missile hit.
Damn.
Now go finish the job.
Get Mr. X, Trigger. Shoot it down, Trigger. You can do it. In fact, you're the only one who can. radar suddenly turned off.
What is it? Respond.
My data won't update.
My HUD is
Damn it.
glitching out.
What was that?
I've lost radar contact. Watch out.
Look at the sky, towards the sun.
What is that?
A star? No, maybe an explosion?
This is Soul Squadron. Head home. It's not safe to stick around here if we lose our base.
Listen up. We've just lost our real-time connection with Mission Command. It's not just Mission Command. I'm not getting any response from outside our LOS. Farbanti's now under Ocean control. The operation was a success. We didn't get the orders that should have come after the operational success. We'll guide you to the scheduled airport. All aircraft, leave this airspace immediately.
Negative. They've got a debt to pay.
Count, we all feel the same way.
Shit!
So Wiseman died for nothing.
This is a peacekeeping force forward base near Erusian territory.
As far as the chaos we find ourselves in these days, it's difficult to say which side pulled the trigger first. Erusia deployed an automatic intercept system with drones. Osea implemented long-range attacks to bypass them, so Erusia decided to sabotage Osea's communications and navigation technology. Erusia couldn't launch a satellite themselves, but they were still able to hack the software of the Osean transmission and navigation systems. Before Osea even noticed, half of their satellites were hijacked. That's when things got ugly. In an attempt to knock out each other's capabilities, both forces launched fighters loaded with anti-satellite missiles at the same time. Only military satellites were targeted. However, their destruction created a debris field in orbit, which wiped out scores of other satellites, both private and government-owned. What kept the world relatively sane up to that point had been free-flowing data and information. But now, those were gone. All that remained was chaos and confusion. Government and civilian broadcasts and transmissions were cut off. The flow of information had ceased. Forces on both sides of the conflict now found themselves unable to communicate with their superiors. Many of the smaller countries annexed by Erusia and yearning for their independence seized the opportunity and started their own uprisings. As for why some of Osea's military decided to break off from the main force and continue on their own, I have no idea. Perhaps there was some sort of dispute over the chain of command. The continent that had once seen wars that were only fought between Osea and Erusia was now full of numerous conflicts between rival leaders vying for power. Insurgencies were everywhere. I even heard a rumor that a group of Osean convicts had rebelled. Rumors. It never ceased to amaze me that even at a crazy time like this, something as trivial as a rumor could find its way here. Communications from corporate were cut off. Apparently, the entire computer network was down. It was a wise decision to make our drones autonomous with AI instead of being radio-controlled. Wise and forward-thinking. Even with their GPS offline, they can still use their sensors to navigate as long as they're working properly. I'm sure the drones are still working perfectly, following their mission orders to the letter. I wish I could upload Mihai's new data to them. But without a connection, I can't upload the software to the active drones. The new ones we're making, though, there should still be enough time to upgrade those before they're activated. I'll be taking the data I've acquired away from the front lines now. Oh, and I'll be taking the girls, too. I told my assistant Masa it was time to get Mihai's granddaughters ready to leave here. She's not much older than the girls, but she has a way about her, and I'm sure she won't have any trouble with them. I saw a plane flying off in the distance. I imagine it was looking for a safer place. The plane had a rose emblem on it.
Erusia's communication networks have been down since their satellites were destroyed. Unfortunately, we are experiencing trouble too. All of Erusia has been affected, and we don't know when things will be back up and running. We're not even sure if this is Erusia's doing. Still, we will follow the strategy that was originally planned, and move on to the next operation after liberating Farbanti. Let's get to it. Since the war began, we've been receiving communications in secret from an officer in the Erusian army.
With the capital under our control, Erusia's radical element is losing support quickly, affecting the balance of power.
HQ is thinking of using the military officer as a way to gain leverage to settle peace negotiations. The officer is currently hiding in the outskirts of Anchorhead Bay, having joined up with support dispatched from the Osean army. The plan is that they'll take a standard vehicle to a rendezvous point at a harbor in the east part of the city, where a helicopter will be waiting.
I would like the new Strider Squadron to provide escort for the officer. Cyclops will remain at the base on standby to serve as defense.
With the communication network currently down in the capital, I very much doubt Erusia will be able to mount a regimented counterattack. However, it is likely that Erusia's intelligence department and the remaining forces who are aware of the officer's movements will interfere. Keep a close eye on the officer and make sure he stays safe. Our victory in Farbanti has given us a golden opportunity to finally end this war. Be safe out there.
Take note that our satellite-based IFF has become unreliable following the recent communications failure. As such, target ID will be done by processing the images from the infrared cameras on your aircraft. Objects will initially appear as unknown on your HUDs, but will be ID'd once you close in on them for a set period of time.
Strider Squadron, you're cleared to taxi.
To the unidentified Ocean craft, this is Captain Carl of the Ocean Army. Are you here for the escort? You're not the squadron I was expecting. Are you really friendlies? Over. This is Longcaster. Airborne warning and control system for the Ocean Long Range Strategic Strike Group. Captain Carl, they're on our side. And those two pilots we've heard about must be here too.
Okay, I hope you're right. Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oceans won't shoot us in this confusion.
Williams processed the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
Something I'll never get used to. But tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law. Gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich. Vehicle confirmed destroyed. ID'd as Ocean Forces. This is AWACS for the LRSSG.
Our info has been updated. So you were the ones on the radio. We don't know our location. Give us orders.
We have no orders, but we do have ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Roger that.
Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will block your line of sight. Make sure to keep track of your objective.
How this war ends depends on this mission. I'm counting on you.
Understood. Strider 1, Fox 2. Strider Squadron, identify the unknowns along the route.
Target destroyed.
It's Erusian.
They aren't responding aggressively.
General, if they're conservatives, they'll listen to us. The negotiations were a success, Longcaster. They've opened up a path for us. The more the merrier. We can't see the tops of the roofs from down here. Be on the lookout for enemy ambushes. We made it through the Anchorhead Bay area. We're heading along Highway 208 under the bridge. We're taking the coastal highway at the next ramp.
All right.
The use of drones makes war more palatable. Why don't people realize this?
There's a strict curfew, but people gather at bars and other places to learn what's going on. Houston, Leo Squad. Friendly hello in front. I'm a patriot and my duty is calling. Nice work, Leos 2. That's a confirmed kill. You are a true patriot.
Shoot down any aircraft that approach us. What are you thinking?
Wait. The General managed to convince them.
Listen, those that protect General LaFarge are the real patriots. Onward!
Bounded acquired. Lock on.
There's a vehicle up ahead. Think it's gonna ask us to pay a toll? Get closer and find out if it's an enemy vehicle.
We'll go. Let's go.
We archived all the footage that we've shot for when the communication networks come back online.
There's a vehicle blocking the road. No response to hails. It's the radicals.
We need to remind everyone that there's no such thing as a clean war.
Signs of the clean warfare at the beginning of this war are now gone.
AWACS Argus. Those who can hear us are our allies. Your new orders are to dispose of Eduard Labarth. The Ocean Army officer with him is an imposter.
We're almost at landfill number 7. If we can make it through, we'll be in arm's reach of the rendezvous at Kruger Park.
Captain Carl, do you have the means to record this conversation? I wish to explain to you the situation inside Erusia.
I'm sure the boys listening upstairs will record it.
The open declaration of war, expanding the front lines, was all the work of some young Erusian officers. They were referred to as the Radicals, but there was an unseen force guiding them. It was technology they borrowed from the Belkans. When they actually went to war, the performance of the attack drones exceeded their wildest dreams. And they were incredibly clean, which got public opinion and the opportunists within the military on their side. They even manipulated the princess. The Belkan technology advanced UAV research within the Erusian Flight Test Center by at least 10 years. They used the flight data from a former Ace pilot to create drone AI, but to us it's no different than magic or alchemy. Airplanes are meant to be flown by human beings. For those of you listening in, am I wrong?
We're heading towards Grunder Park. Rendezvous point is a helipad on this man-made island. We'll ditch the car and take the helicopter from there.
There are rumors of a military group calling itself the Free Erusians. An unknown is blocking our scheduled route.
No response. Got a bad feeling.
Anti-aircraft guns destroyed.
Missile. 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 Caution.
Thanks.
It's upside down.
We would have been toast.
So what? Why are you getting your panties into
Missile. Missile.
Strider 1, AA gun destroyed. Captain Carl, we have a new rendezvous point. New coordinates are as follows. 263 Tango 4, 19er Delta Lima. Rescue team says hostiles are making the area too dangerous.
Well, yeah, don't we know nowhere safe?
Ocean forces at landfill number 7. This is AWACS Longcaster.
The general is speaking with the commander.
Our capital's fall has led to another power struggle within the Erusian military.
It's all gone to hell. Even radio chatters about the Civil War. Radio? You have one in your cockpit? Yeah, ever since my previous squadron.
We're about to cross Anchor Bridge. There'll be nowhere to hide.
That was something.
There are unidentified aircraft in the drone.
What's wrong with drones? Whether you're a Patriot or not, you're just too stubborn to change with the times. An armored vehicle's behind us. It's a vehicle used by the Erusian forces. Take it out!
Trigger, our VIP is in trouble. Clear the way for him.
Taking fire! Take care of them! I'm hit! Get this guy off my back! I didn't think we were gonna make it, but you saved us. Thanks.
Three strikes. Who's a member of the penal unit moving crying on plane?
Taking fire from a friendly drone.
We've almost reached the container area. Watch out for enemy ambushes.
Understood.
General, we still have drones at our disposal. These talks. Please, watch over the future.
I'm a war with a mistake to create something like a
Strider 1, target acquired.
He dodged it.
If a drone is acting suspiciously, shoot it down.
Get them before they get us!
I got his tail in my sight.
Leave the Oceans for now.
Belkin technology than just UAVs. Thinking IFF designations for one was an astonishing feat. They used it to make drones that resembled Osean fighters. And then to assassinate Harley and put the blame on enemy fighters. But in the end, Belkin technology only brought chaos to the world.
I can't believe Arusi is responsible for Harley's assassination.
You talking politics? That's new.
Can't ignore a story like that, right, Trigger?
Locked on Bandit. Listen up. From here on out, all aircraft are prohibited from taking off.
Bad news. Hostile armored forces outside of the tunnel. I'm thinking that we should go say hi before they ruin the General's day.
I think it's Erusian military.
The General's a real celebrity. Seems everyone wants to meet him.
Missile in the air! Quick, now!
Okay, lock acquired. Firing.
We were nearly done for. I couldn't have asked for better timing. Nice. Glad to see the Oseans attacking the radicals.
It's ID'd as Erusian.
Fire for the next half hour. Then we'll take back the city from the scoundrels who call us rebels. We have no choice! Fire! How'd you at last, Longcaster? We've been briefed and we're here to help.
We've reached the industrial zone. This should be the new rendezvous point. The coordinates are up ahead. Take out any enemies in the surrounding area.
Wilco.
Officers from countries annexed by Erusia have taken multiple groups and declared independence.
Glad we waited. Don't worry, we won't let anybody through after you.
Almost at the rendezvous, in the rear to the others.
Understood.
The radicals truly believe boosted probe productions will make up for our losses. They should be taking responsibility for the capital's fall, but instead they're prolonging the war. That is why proper conservatives like myself are moving to regain control. If all goes well, we should be able to sign a truce with Osea quickly.
Attack this connect.
We've reached the rendezvous point. There's the chopper, too.
We turn to in this darkest hour. We need a beacon of light to show us the way.
Behind the enemy.
News network.
Okay, let's go. We're getting out of here. I've had just about enough of this place. I'd like to offer my thanks to the LRSSG. This should finally bring about a true end to the war.
Understood. Good luck. Multiple unidentified aircraft approaching.
This plane is carrying civilians. We have escort fighters, but we do not intend to engage in combat. Please stand down.
What's going on?
Try to get a little closer. Weapon use is prohibited.
What's going on? Dr. Schroeder!
Whoa. There's a girl on board?
He's not lying about carrying civilians.
No. Unless she's a soldier.
Weapon use is prohibited. We've checked footage. It does seem to be a transport with escorts.
I repeat, this craft is carrying civilians. We are not here to fight.
Dr. Schroeder, tell me what's happening.
I'm sure I don't need to remind you, but do not attack the civilian liaison.
That's the aircraft your grandfather told me about. I'm one of the scratches.
There it is. The EASA liaison plane. They engage in witchcraft with Belkin technology. They're responsible for leading the military down the wrong path.
Wait, unknown's attacking the girl's plane.
Hold on tight.
Longcaster, permission to engage.
Negative.
What?
It could be Osean fighters. ID them ASAP. ID complete. They're Erusian fighters. What the hell is going on?
Stay sharp.
Uh-huh.
Right, I'm shooting him down. Any complaints?
Granted.
Wilco, Wilco.
Wilco. Wilco.
Target is
Yeah,
down.
good work. Strider 1 has killed a bandit.
Careful, those guys are good. Wait, you don't think it's those Ocean big shots, do you? I managed to catch a glimpse of the three strikes.
Don't miss.
Aim carefully.
Mine. No good. Shit. Target eliminated.
Bandit has a lock.
Strider 1, Fox 2. Watch it. Enemy has a lock on you.
They're in my way.
Strider 1, target acquired.
Bandit destroyed. Well done.
Nice kill.
Target eliminated.
Good work. All hostile aircraft eliminated. The liaison is safe. Wait.
The escort fighter is... The drive. They're missing the drive.
What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. Liaison escort has a radar lock. They're targeting you guys.
What the hell? We were just helping them.
Erusian aircraft, this is AWACS Longcaster. Do not engage the liaison. Break off now.
Can you hear me on this channel, Ocean Craft? Those escort aircraft are drones. They are currently being operated autonomously. They are not being controlled by anyone. They are flying on their own volition.
What?
In that case, we have no choice but to shoot the aircraft down.
Unfortunately, yes.
We did what we could. Weapons free. You are cleared to attack the escort.
Wilco. Understood.
Wilco.
Missile.
Can't afford the MQ-99's launch. Our commands are overready. They must be accessing it remotely. Which unit is behind this?
Hey, it's not our fault they won't listen to reason.
Missile hit.
Why build something like that? Whoever did is the king of all dumbasses.
To build something else entirely.
Watch it. Enemy has a lock
Additional
on you.
hostiles inbound. Great timing.
Son of a bitch.
Strider 3 launching missile.
Drones, head this way.
No. The escort must have used its remote activation rights to gain more allies. Clever.
I'm behind my target.
Star 1 missile. 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 Missile.
Strider 1, missile launched. Five bandits remaining.
Behind the enemy.
Damn it. They don't have the drive they need.
4 bandits left.
One, target eliminated.
3 bandits to go.
It's not enough to be running functional.
2 bandits left. Show them what you got.
There has to be a time when it should not function. But when?
You're back.
Missile. Missile. Missile.
They are after the data, aren't they?
Behind the enemy.
1 bandit to go.
Strider 1, that's what I like to see. Another story to tell my boy.
Understood. All hostiles have been eliminated. Nice. The General's helicopter is flying safely outside Anchorhead Bay. All aircraft, RTB, mission complete.
All hostiles, huh?
Jet, the Ocean aircraft is here to pick us up. The approaching Ocean aircraft.
Losing his army? Elaborate. They stole our sealed orders. It should be a piece of cake.
Are you sent by the General's staff? No, we left it at missile. I can't!
There are 3 scratches.
What is that?
That plane.
Longcaster, are all of these really unknowns?
It's a state of civil war. The Erusian army is fighting itself. There's no guarantee the Oseans won't shoot us in this confusion.
We'll image process the unknowns caught in your cams to identify friend or foe. The process will be faster if you get a close-up, well-centered image.
Meanwhile, we just run if they shoot us, right?
Affirmative. Always identify your target before you fire.
War is something I'll never get used to, but tonight has been a total shock. The city under martial law. Gunfire and the roar of jets echoing through the streets.
Give me Strider Squadron's IDs. Oh, and hand me that sandwich. Vehicle confirmed destroyed. ID'd as Osean forces. This is AWACS for the LRSSG.
Our intel has been updated.
Ask yourselves, what is best for our country?
You were the ones on the radio. We don't know our location. Give us orders.
We have no orders, but we do have ID data. Check your TAC terminal.
Roger that.
Entering the Anchorhead Bay area. Buildings will...
In order to respond to the attack on the base, Cyclops has scrambled after being on standby.